Good afternoon. I am VANSSA Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube on Iwer Tv. In the headlines, a Venezuelan national PH driver who accepted a private job is robbed of his car and shot. A teenager is robbed and shot after leaving his mother's birthday line to buy more drinks. A farmer is shot and killed in a REMA outside his home, and internationally, nearly 200 U.S. flights cancelled and 700 U.S. flights delayed on Monday. And now the news in detail. A Venezuelan national who accepted a private hire job from a man he met while liming in a bar in Cuep was later robbed of his car and valuables before being shot. The 30-year-old, who lives at Watts Street in Cuep, was drinking with a 35-year-old male friend at the popular bar on Friday when they were approached by the suspect around 2:15 a.m. on Saturday, who asked to be taken to Lloyd Street in San Juan. The trio left the bar in the Venezuelan's silver Nissan Tida, and as they reached Sunshine Avenue Bagatelle Extension, the suspect, who was seated in the back seat, announced a hold-up and pulled out a gun. As the Venezuelan began fighting with the suspect, his friend jumped out of the car and raised an alarm. At the same time, the suspect shot the Venezuelan driver in the left buttock and forced him out of the car. The injured Venezuelan was taken to hospital, where he remains warded in a stable condition. And a St. Joseph teenager who was celebrating his mother's birthday lime and left to purchase more drinks in the wee hours of yesterday morning was robbed and shot outside a bar. According to reports, the 18-year-old and a friend went to Ruma's Bar, located at the corner of San Pedro and Maracas Royal Road, to purchase a quantity of alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks. As they came out of the bar, two armed men approached and began shooting at them. The 18-year-old was shot and was taken to hospital, where he remains in a stable condition. And police are investigating a shooting at a Malabar football field on Saturday. A female resident of Croton Avenue told police she was standing in front of her house around 1:09 p.m. when a silver Tida drove by and fired several shots in the direction of the football field. A group of people who were in the field at the time were not injured. Acting on information, officers went to Phase 4 Malabar and found the car used in the shooting abandoned in one of the driveways of a newly constructed house which was unoccupied. According to police, ammunition was found in the car. Further checks revealed that the chassis and engine number had been removed from the abandoned car. According to a police report, around 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, a 21-year-old went to Northeastern Settlement in Sangre Grande to purchase jewelry from a man he met via a friend online. While communicating on the phone, the victim received directions, and upon arrival at Northeastern Settlement, he was met by two men who announced a hold-up. The victim was robbed of several items, including an iPhone valued at $2,500 and $3,500 in cash. Within an hour, acting on information, officers went to a house at Northeastern Settlement in Sangre Grande, where two suspects were arrested with a firearm and ammunition. All of the stolen items were also recovered. Police are once again appealing to members of the public to desist from accepting any sales from requests made on Facebook, as they can turn out to be risky and even fatal. A livestock farmer of La Retreat Road, Arima, was shot dead on Saturday as he returned home. 43-year-old Carlisle Kurt Campbell, who had just driven into his front yard and was in the process of taking items out of his vehicle when he turned around and saw two masked men in front of his house. The assailants shot Campbell, who fell to the ground. Campbell's relatives rushed outside to find him bleeding from several gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. Internationally, following a miserable weekend for travel across the U.S., Monday isn't looking much better, as another wave of airline cancellations and delays is taking its toll on passengers across the U.S. According to the flight tracking website FlightAware, there have been 200 flight cancels so far on Monday. Yesterday, 950 flights were cancelled. Meanwhile, a total of 760 flights have been delayed across the U.S. today thus far, after nearly 8,000 were delayed Sunday. This summer travel season has been plagued with flight cancellations and delays as airlines battle with staff shortages, severe weather, and air traffic control delays. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube on Iwer TV. Recapping the headlines, a Venezuelan national PH driver who accepted a private job was robbed of his car and shot. A teenager is robbed and shot after leaving his mother's birthday line to buy more drinks. A farmer is shot and killed in a Rima outside his home, and internationally, nearly 200 U.S. flights cancelled and 700 U.S. flights delayed on Monday. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am VANSSA Thomas.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
When will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested.